This is Carla DeRosa, Wellness Rockstar. I'm here with my husband, Paul DeRosa, and we're doing a series of videos to try to understand and explain how a 20-year vegetarian athlete, a person who has very low stress and meditates, has no heart disease on Saturday, February 25th, and has a massive coronary event, a heart attack on Sunday, the 26th. So we're just trying to understand what happened. And so our videos are for our healing and to educate everyone as to if this could happen to us, it can happen to you. And what was interesting is when my husband's like having heart surgery, he's having a heart attack. I'm sitting there in the hospital with him, and I just keep on, first thing we heard that Bill Paxton, a sci-fi actor, who also was in Big Love and HBO.
Right, and Apollo 13, he played the third astronaut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty famous, and I saw it on the screen. It's like, and then I said, oh, birthday 1955. So I was born in 59. So he was only a few years older than me.
Mm-hmm. And he had the same blockages that Paul was experiencing. So he was electing to get the angioplasty and maybe even a stent that Paul ended up getting in an emergency situation. He was electing to do that, but because of sticky platelets, he ended up having a stroke in the recovery. I mean, we were just there when I heard that he didn't make it. And this guy was young, handsome, healthy, fit. I mean, and they knew that he had some risk factors. And so this is the preemptive strike, and he didn't survive it. And I'm sitting here listening to this while, Paul's in recovery.
Right. I mean, it was just, it's amazing that, somebody who's, only a few years older than me, had an event like mine, but he didn't pull through. He didn't make it.
And also, that same weekend, I'm from Detroit, Ron Savage, an anchor from Detroit, who's been like on TV forever. I mean, I knew the name from childhood. And he has a coronary event. He's a volunteer fireman. No gut. They said he just did his physical in August, flying colors. He's surrounded by EMTs, and he has a heart attack during the time he's doing a training as a volunteer fireman, and no one can, and he's gone. I mean, this was the same weekend.
And then finally we hear that the trainer for The Biggest Loser, one of the trainers, Bob Harper, though he did pull through, but the guy had to be, not an ounce of fat on his body. I mean, he's a professional trainer on a major TV show.
I mean, a health guru. So his job is to counsel and coach people on their eating and exercise. And he had a heart attack. It wasn't that same weekend. We found out about it on the same weekend, but apparently his was like a week and a half before Paul had his. And it's like, what?
So that goes back to the question that we've been asking is like, what do you need to do? I mean, these guys, professional actors, trainers, volunteer firemen, they lived a very fit lifestyle, and and they all had coronary events, and some made it and some didn't.
So we're going to be doing some videos about like these risk factors that we don't hear about. There's something called foam cells that cause these occlusions, these tight places in the artery, and Bob Harper said his mom, had some risk factors because she had one, but she was in her 70s. He's 51. I'm going to be 49. So that still doesn't answer the questions.